If you've been working harder to sing higher, then I'm here to tell you that that could be the very thing that's holding you back. Hi, and thank you for tuning into my channel today. I'm Shakira, the founder of Keys to the Vox Vocal Academy, singer, artist, professional, vocal coach, and college professor in jazz voice. Experienced all the way around, been singing and performing live for over 30 years. My goal is to help singers be more healthy and use their voices in a better way, more efficiently, more effectively, and more dynamically, and become better singers and performers overall. I work with singers of all experience levels, from beginners to advanced, all ages, and mostly in contemporary vocal styles. And today in this video, you're going to learn how to hit those high notes in a more healthy way, what it's supposed to feel like, practical exercises and ways to reach that goal, and what it looks like when you're doing it wrong. I've got about 5 points I'm going to hit today, and the first one is some of the biggest myths about hitting those high notes. Let me tell you why singing louder doesn't actually equal singing higher. When you're singing louder, you're actually just using more power, more air to produce more power from beneath the larynx and the vocal folds, basically the subglottic pressure that you're building up with your air, and using your abs to push and force more air through. That is not what's going to get you higher notes. It's a strength versus coordination game. So you think that you need more strength to hit those higher notes when all you actually need is more coordination. The pushing harder, the more air, all that stuff is not going to get you higher notes. Your vocal folds don't work that way. Some of the common mistakes that singers make, that is one of the biggest ones when trying to hit those higher notes. They think they need to take more air. They think they need to strain more. They think it's in the body and something physical that they can do on the outside of the body to reach those higher notes. They try to reach, stretch your neck, and I'll get it more into some of what that looks like, some of those details in a second. I'm going to demonstrate to you what pushing versus balanced singing looks like and sounds like. And it might be a little loud, but that's a lot of times what people end up doing. They end up pushing harder. So they take a big breath and they want to go, right, to get higher. I know that was super loud, but they want to go higher like that. And they end up screaming. Balanced singing looks like taking in a reasonable amount of air, just like in regular speech, pushing a reasonable amount, causing a reasonable amount of pressure from below in the gut area, in the abs, and making the air work for you, but steady and consistent stream of air and flow and pressure. All these things working together, the muscles working together, causing coordination, proper coordination. Using a combination of shifting from one register to the next. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment too. Point number 2, what's actually happening inside your voice? Here's the simple explanation of what vocal coordination really is. In order to create sound, your vocal folds, they oscillate, which means they move and they touch, right? They do this wave-like motion. This is an extremely slow version of what is actually happening because it's happening so fast your eye cannot see it. So both of your vocal folds, as air comes up from your lungs and pushes between them, it causes them to move and touch. When they touch, it creates sound. That's how you get your sound. Now, when you want to change pitches, it's just like a rubber band. If you put a rubber band on your fingers and you stretch it and you pluck it, then you get a higher pitch. If you shrink it and pluck it, you get a lower pitch. And that's exactly what is happening in your voice. The coordination part comes in where if you want to stretch, move, and create sound in any way, there's muscles involved. The air works as like the gas to the vehicle, where it makes the move, it causes the movement, right? The air and of course the muscles below that are causing the air to move are creating the actual movement, which creates or results in the sound. Now, there's a whole nother set of muscles that alter the sound, and one of those big alterations is pitch. And so there's a set of muscles in and around the larynx that cause the vocal folds to be able to stretch or shorten and give you a difference in pitches. Resonance plays a big role in that too, because your vocal tract is everything from your lips all the way to your larynx. And so everything between that, if it vibrates, it causes resonance. Your whole head is a resonance chamber. Your nasal passages are resonance chambers, and any alteration to any of those spaces inside of your head and your neck basically can alter the sound, your resonance. Registration, which I touched on a little bit earlier, basically most people do know registration as falsetto, head voice, chest voice. And each of those different, there's muscles and sets of muscles and coordination that comes into play with that too, to get you between each registration. And when we talk about high notes, one of the things we're talking about the most is that head voice. That head voice register is what's going to help the voice to be able to reach higher pitches. Chest voice naturally thins out the higher in pitch that you go. Why does tension limit your range? Tension anywhere is going to limit your range because it's going to limit your ability to move. Movement is essential inside your neck to be able to reach those higher notes. The tongue has to come up higher to a higher placement. The larynx has to come up, shift up to a higher placement, and the vocal folds have to be able to stretch. Muscles need to have the space and the freedom to be able to move and stretch the vocal folds to get to that higher pitch. Number 3, what are some signs that you're forcing? Some of the telltale signs are neck tension all in the shoulders up to your ears. Your chin is all stretched, therefore stretching the sound. Is hard to talk like this. If you try to talk with your neck like this, you can feel the tension and the restriction that is caused, and constriction that could be caused in your neck. It's really not giving you the freedom to move. Running out of breath is another one. Tight jaw, hoarseness as you sing. You could be causing your voice to become fatigued by pushing and breathing, taking in too much air, causing too much back pressure behind your vocal folds, and putting too much tension on them and irritating them. So these are a bunch of telltale signs that you might be forcing too much. Basically, if your whole face looks like you're solving a calculus or trigonometry problem, then we gotta make some changes. We gotta shift something. Point 4, what do good high notes feel like? They feel like freedom. They feel like ease. They feel like vibration somewhere in the face, depending on where you're singing and where your resonance is, how much nasality you're using. Could be up here, could be in your cheeks, could be somewhere down here, could be in your throat that you feel vibration more. You're going to have balanced breathing, a steady airflow, and you're going to feel stability. You're going to feel grounded as you sing. You're going to feel stability in your torso and in your neck. You're going to feel like nothing can move you over. You're rooted instead of squeezing. And here's a place to note that easy doesn't mean effortless. You're going to feel the work. If you're doing it right, you're going to feel muscles working, but you're not going to feel tension and pain. Number 5, I'm going to give you 3 things to practice this week consistently. Okay. I want you to start with those lip trills. Those lip trills are wonderful. That SOVT is everything for making it easier for your vocal folds to actually work. Right, you can go up and down the side. You can do sirens with them, and sirens is another one I'm going to get to. But you can do that with the lip trills. You can do them on scales. Right, it doesn't matter what pattern you do them in. Work your way up and down, but always do it in that thin fold vocal register. Another one is your sirens. Do those sirens on the NG of ring, the word ring, right? But don't go all the way to the G and let go. You want to stop it right where the soft palate and the tongue meet. Ring. And sing it in the head voice. Ring. Right? You want to move it slowly. You want to massage your way up from the lowest note you have to the highest note and all the way back down, and try to move slowly so you can touch each note. You should sound like a fire truck. That's what you should sound like. But lightly. Don't push too hard. Don't strain. You don't want to feel tension growing and constriction. You want it to feel nice and open in the throat as you do it. Consistent practice over intensity. I don't want you being intense about it and trying to dog yourself. I want you to slowly and easily move, but be consistent in it. Consistent coordination. So you should always be throughout these exercises checking yourself, doing a self-check-in. Does it feel right? Am I pushing too hard? Am I taking in too much air? You should be taking in enough air where it's like you're in a conversation. You're not taking in too much air, and then you can't. It's hard to talk like that. If you try to have a conversation with someone and you take in too much air, then it interrupts the flow of your conversation. So you want to keep that flow of vocal coordination through the breath, through consistency and how you're using the voice, staying in that head voice register. Don't push too hard. Don't force it. If you're one of those people that feels like you are an alto, you can't sing high, you might be. There are people who are true altos, but there are a lot of sopranos hiding out in that alto section. Some of them know that they're a soprano. That's another conversation. Some of them are unaware that they can actually access these higher notes. And throughout my years of teaching, my 10 plus years of teaching voice and training voices, I've seen it time after time. If I had a penny for every single time that I found a soprano in the alto section, I'd be rich. I was one of them. I was one of them because before I received any vocal training or any voice education, I thought that because I kept losing my voice and going hoarse on Sunday mornings after one song, that, oh, I'm not a soprano, I'm an alto, I just sing too high. No, I was pushing too hard. I didn't have the proper education and training to be able to sustain my voice up there and to be able to stop when I realized that something was going wrong. If I was fatigued, proper care, let's start there. I wasn't even educated about the proper care for my voice, and so I was using it wrong and caring for it wrong, or not caring for it at all. So if you're one of those people that thinks that you can't reach those high notes, it may not be true. Try these things that I'm telling you to do, and go down in the comments and tell us what it is that you've been struggling with, how you've overcome it. If you haven't been able to overcome your obstacle yet, share it with me in the comments. I can give you some advice. I might be able to help you out and tell you some other things that you should try specifically for you. And maybe it's that, again, maybe you're a true alto, and that's fine too. We need all the vocal parts. But once I learned how to open up my voice and use it in a more coordinated and efficient way, that's when I realized, oh, I could actually sing all the way down to baritone if I wanted to. Tenor comfortably, alto comfortably, soprano 1 comfortably at this point in my career and in my vocal journey. And it's been a long time of consistent, coordinated practice and training, you guys. So if you have anything that you're struggling with, even outside of reaching high notes, go down in those comments and let me know. I want to hear it. I want struggling with or have overcome. I love to hear the success stories too, you guys. And maybe even some of you can help each other in the comments. You might read something someone else said and see, oh, and say to yourself, oh, I've been struggling with that too. Oh man, that was really helpful, because we all help each other. So thanks for tuning in today. I'm Shakira, founder of Keys to the Vox Vocal Academy. I'm a voice professional and expert. I work on the collegiate level with voice students, training them. I work with people from children all the way up to our elderly who still have a voice that they want to use. And so I'm here to help you to learn more about your voice. I help singers become more educated, habilitate their voices, use it in a more healthy manner, and help them to become more dynamic, efficient, and amazing overall singers and performers as best that they can with their own identity, not somebody else's. So keep it locked, stay tuned, stick with me, because we're going places.